What's going on, true believers? Guys, we're going to talk today about why the crypto market is struggling. We're not going to cover a token or anything. I'm just going to give you what you need to know about why we're struggling, what it's going to take to move up to a new level, and how we can all do that. This is not financial advice, but I'm always right.
I can't wait till Friday. Everybody's getting sideways.
Okay, guys, we're using CoinGecko for our number here, and the market cap is $2.117 trillion off of a 24-hour volume of $72 billion. Now, if you are a betting man or woman at this point, you will want to be playing shorts. Why? Because there's only $72 billion in trading volume going around, which means that the market is due for another dip. When the 24-hour volume starts to get very low, and this is very low for the crypto market, and that means that the sentiment has in some way turned sour. Doesn't mean that it won't turn back very quickly, but it means that right now the sentiment is sour. Now, why did we see blow off tops from so many different tokens last year? Well, the first reason is stimulus checks. The second reason was tax returns. Now, if we can take just a second here, and I'm going to switch back and forth, and please follow with me. 1 year ago, Bitcoin was trading at 17,150. Today, it's trading at 42,000. 1 year ago, Ethereum was $518. Today, it's 3,177. 1 year ago, BNB was $28. Today, it is $468. Solana was trading at $1.90. It's at $139.35. Cardano was 13 cents, and it is currently $1.36. XRP hasn't moved. Well, it's moved, but the market has not been kind to it with the SEC issue. And until that's addressed, there's probably going to be sort of a problem there. DOT was at 452. It's now at 2477. Now, if you're paying attention to what I'm saying, what I'm giving you is that there are enormous lifts that have taken place in a 1 year window. You're at the starting point of a year, and as a cycle, you're probably going to see a large lift coming on the price of everything. Let's move on. So guys, what happened to get the market to where it was before was stimulus checks from the U.S. federal government, and number two, tax returns. Now, the reason that we've had a struggle and take out FUD, there's been some China FUD, there's been stock market FUD, there's been FUD that comes around, regulations, tightening restrictions, things like that, all over the place. China 7 times in the last year has announced, no, this time we're really banning crypto. So you get those things and you get those moments, and those are just opportunities for whales to manipulate the market. But the general consensus here is that the market is kind of healthy at around $2.1 to $2.4 trillion dollars at this point right now. It was at $3 trillion just a few months back. When we go back to November, when everybody started to have in early November the blow off tops where we were seeing those real big highs on a lot of different tokens, that took the market cap up to $3 trillion. So we know that the market can flex itself to $3 trillion. But where we are right now is 2.117 trillion, and we are going into tax time. Now, we won't have stimulus money. There's no additional cash that people are going to get that is unexpected like that happened before. So that's going to create a situation in which, do we get back to 3 trillion? Yes, we probably get back to 3 trillion. But what we're going to do, and if you're in crypto for any length of time, here's what you're going to see. We are accumulating as a collective at the $2 trillion mark. We are going to accumulate in a few months at the $2.5 trillion mark. Mark my words right now. And then by the end of the year, we're going to be accumulating around 3 trillion. Why is that the case? Well, I don't think that we have long dips anymore, because crypto has always been, it's been that kind of thing in the alley. It's been the one that's behind the curtain. You didn't really see it. Well, now you see it. This is the year that we start to see a lot more mass Bitcoin ETF adoption. We're going to see a lot more interest in Bitcoin as a store of wealth because, let's face it, the dollar's not doing great. The yen's not doing great. Nothing in fiat is doing great. And when that happens, people are looking for alternatives, and the alternative is cryptocurrency. So you're going to see, and there's going to be ups, there's going to be downs. Like we could fall to 1.8 trillion by tomorrow, and it'll, just like that, people will be like, "Oh my God, what happened?" And we can't control that. But here's what is going to happen: you're going to get to about a $2.5 trillion accumulation period, and that means that your crypto is going to go up. Let's just call it 20% and say that it's between 20 and 25%. Every crypto is probably going to go up about 25%. Now, remember, the popular cryptos are going to get the biggest benefit, but overall, we're going to go up at least 25% just to get to that 2.5 trillion accumulation. Then by the end of this year, we'll be at that $3 trillion accumulation level, even through the bear market, which I don't think we're going to have. I think it's just going to be a dip during the summer again. And I am sure if you watch the China news, you'll know when it's coming. But then we'll end up about $3 trillion market cap. You'll see Bitcoin. Bitcoin will probably be close to 100,000 at that point. Ethereum will probably be in the 8,000 to 9,000 range. I don't think it's going to maintain, but I think it's probably going to go to 16,000. But it won't stay there. But it'll be at $8,000. Maybe $10,000 by the end of this year. Binance, 1,400, 1,500. Like we're going to see bigger accumulation at the top, and we're going to start to see these market caps on Bitcoin. Bitcoin should have a market cap of about $2 trillion by the time it's done, maybe 1.8 trillion, because that's the big dog in the market, and that's where the sentiment is, and that's where the store of value really is for a lot of people. Ethereum, that's the place where everything is working right now. Take Solana. Guys, every one of these blockchains is doing some fairly good or great things. But at the end of the day, the number one blockchain is Ethereum. The number two, as far as blockchains go, is BSC. And BSC is a layer 2 solution to the Ethereum layer 1 blockchain. So it's not doing anything other than living off of Ethereum. So when that is the case, the end result is Ethereum is just bigger because of that. It takes some breaking off before you get to like Cardano, where Cardano is its own blockchain entirely, and it doesn't have anything going on yet. Sunday Swap was released, which was good, but we're not really at that spot where another layer 1 solution has risen up. You have others, but remember, a lot are layer 2 solutions. So Ethereum is going to be the big dog on the block. Bitcoin is going to be the big dog on the block. Binance is one of the big dogs on the block. So that's where you're going to see a big accumulation when we get to that 3 trillion. But it's coming. Have a little faith. Understand everything what you do in crypto is a long-term hold. Even though you may get an enormous lift at some point, you might get an enormous run at some point. Remember, this is all long-term stuff, and that all of the things that you are dreaming about and that you are thinking about, they will still happen. You just have to play it smart. You have to play it strong, and you have to hold. This was not financial advice, but I have always been right. I'm always going to be right. And if you listen to me, you'll be right too.
I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go.